Hello, and welcome to How to Share Google Documents. This is an easy video for teachers to use for students who are users of the Google program. As you can see over here on the right-hand side, I am signed in to my Gmail account, and in doing so, you have Google apps that may become accessible to you. The ones that we're the most interested in here are our documents. Others that can be used to be shared amongst students are spreadsheets as well as PowerPoints. What we're going to do is look at how you can create a Google Doc and share it amongst your students. So we're going to hit this new blank. We're going to name this test document to share. As you can see, you have different kinds of fonts, different kinds of sizes. You have your alignments here. You have spacing here. You also have whether or not you want it to be outlined and numerical shares and bullets. What I'm going to put on here is very simple. This is a test share document for teaching. So up here where it says share, you have options. Presently it's set to be private just for me. So I can go in here now and I can share these documents. It's set to add people. I can share two different ways. I can add people's email addresses like my own and send them a note saying, please edit this for me. And I can send it to them. Now, what I want to make sure if I'm going to send it to someone who's able to edit, that I give them accessibility to edit. So I make sure that can edit is checked. If I want comments, I'll just make sure that they can comment. If I only want them to view and not to make changes, then I make it only view. Right now I can do edit and I will send. So it's now been sent. What I usually ask students to do is to copy and then save this document, which you can go over here and do this way. File. Make a copy, and then I would say my copy of test document to share, and I'm going to save it in my drive for me so that it becomes a working document for me. This is how students can now use this. They can go up here and change the title to whatever they want, and now they can add to this. We can insert columns. We can insert images. For example, if I want them to do a T-chart, I can ask them to do it this way. I can also ask them to use other tools on here, other multiple tools. And if they're sharing with a partner, another way that they can share it is to get this link here. See the link? I'm going to change this to can edit. I'm going to copy this link, and then I can add this link in a separate email and send it to all my students as well. That's another way for them to save it, to copy. Okay? Now, some examples of student used documents look like this. Here are documents that I've had students use in class that they've shared. This group of, this document was, students had two documents. They worked in small groups and they had to compare the explorations of the 1400s to people wanting to live on Mars. So I sent them not only a required reading article for each of these subjects, but they got to create their own chart then and send it back to me with their conclusion. So this was a shared document, and you can see up here where it was shared between multiple students. Another example is a small project that included 4 students. And these 4 students were they were given a assignment of looking at the gross domestic products that are sent out of certain countries. This one was Group Asia. They had to study the exports and the productions and the profits of rice. So one student reviewed Japan, another North Korea, another South Korea, and another China. They had to cite their resources, and they had to submit their chart. You can also use this document for outlines, which is a great way for kids to work on things together as well. So this was an outline. Students were given the events that they had to look up, and what they had to do was look at cause and effects. So after reading their unit, they got to work on this document together, 2 of them. They got to pick their own partners, and then they put together their cause and effects, and they made sure that they bolded the people that were involved, the historical figures involved. Okay, well, I hope you have enjoyed learning how to use shared Google Docs with your students, and that you can go forward and use this to help you teach students and involve students working in pairs or small groups to discuss concepts, to find solutions to problems, to do work. It's very easy, especially for shared formats like T-charts, Venn diagrams, writing prompts, outlines. The options are endless, and many are available when using Google Docs. Thank you.